Today, I'm filming a book talk. What? I haven't done one of these in like 50 years because I haven't read a book in 50 years, but I finally read a book and I'm so proud. Today, I'm going to be discussing The Unbecoming of Mara Dyer by Michelle Hodkin. This is the first book in the Unbecoming of Mara Dyer trilogy, and this trilogy finished like 3 years ago, but a new book is actually coming out from one of the characters, The Becoming of Noah Shaw. I think it's coming out like next week, so that's really exciting, and I've picked like the perfect time to read this series because I bought the box set from Amazon and it's legit like one of the greatest like decisions I've made because now I can just read them all and I don't have to wait, and it's wonderful because these books are crack. The Unbecoming of Mara Dyer follows a girl named, if you haven't figured it out already, Mara Dyer, and she wakes up in a hospital to find out that she and 3 of her friends have been in an accident, but somehow she has survived, and so her family decides to move to a different state because of this dramatic thing that has happened. So she moves to Florida and goes to a new school, and she meets a very mysterious boy who seems to know more about her past than she does. But then she also starts seeing things that can't possibly be possible, and she starts to believe that she's losing her mind and just wants to figure out what the heck is going on. I read this book in 3 days, and it is a thick book, and that being said, this book was really good, and I could not put it down. I gave it 5 stars. The moment I got to the end, I was like, oh my god, that was amazing. Where have you been all my life? Why haven't I read you yet? This was so freaking good, and I loved it so much. If you haven't read this book yet and you don't want to be spoiled, I will leave right now because I'm about to go into some spoilers, so peace out now, spoilers. Alright, so The Unbecoming of Mara Dyer. Where do I even begin? And was I just trying to do a British accent? I don't know what that was, but we have our main character, Mara Dyer, who I really liked. I enjoyed her, and she's going through an interesting journey. I wouldn't say she's had good character development, but like, man, it's just so hard to describe it because what she's going through, it's hard, and it was really hard for me to process to see everything she's going through because I mean, I have my own mental health issues, but she's going through something much more traumatic than I have, so it is different but at the same time similar because like mental health problems. But I feel like by the end of this book I'm more terrified for her than proud, because by the end when they went to the courthouse and she kind of got that woman with the gun to, you know, accidentally shoot her dad and get that dude unconscious, I was like, that's not good character development. No, this is kind of bad. But I mean, I'm like everyone else. I do want her to get better because she does have problems, but I know that since we're reading from her point of view that she's not crazy, that these things are real, but people just can't seem to believe that because people just, I mean, people just don't believe that type of stuff. So it's completely understandable, and it was just really realistic because if something like this happened in our life, I mean, people probably wouldn't believe it. So like, it's understandable. But I really do like Mara. She can be fun, and I was surprised that she made me laugh at some points. I was like, oh, interesting. This is very interesting. And then I love her family. I love Daniel and Joseph, but I was freaking terrified when Joseph went missing and they found him in the shed. I was like, oh my god, what the heck is happening? I was so scared for my baby, and he's only like 12. He doesn't deserve to be experience this trauma too. It's terrible, and I want Joseph to have a happy life, and I really like Daniel and the bond he has with Mara. But I've actually started reading the second book, The Evolution of Mara Dyer, so I know some things, so I'm obviously not going to say what, but now after reading this and starting the evolution, my opinion on Daniel has changed a little bit. I'm not going to say why, but while reading this, I really did like Daniel, and I really did appreciate him. And then we have Noah Shaw. God, this is gonna be a really long discussion about Noah, because before starting this book, I feel like one of the biggest reasons why I wanted to read this series in the first place was because I heard so many things about Noah Shaw this, Noah Shaw that, blah blah blah, Noah Shaw everywhere, and I was like, who the heck is Noah Shaw? And then I started this and I met him, and the whole entire time I really wanted to hate Noah Shaw. There were so many points where I just like wanted to punch him in the face, because I was like, dude, I can't even right now. I can't even describe it. I thought some really bad words when it came to Noah Shaw. But the first time you meet him though, man, I still can't believe it. He has a British accent. This is legit like the one reason why I'm still just like, oh yeah, but Noah Shaw, I love him because like that British accent. Oh man, British accents are my weakness. And just when Mara met him and she was like, oh, he got a British accent, I was like, oh, come on, he's British? You gotta be kidding me here. So that's like one of the very few things I love about Noah. He's British. That's just wonderful. But that didn't stop me from being like, yeah, I want to punch you, but yeah, I want to hug you. I'm very conflicted about Noah, because we find out what Noah knows about Mara's past, because obviously the whole entire time reading this book, I was like, this dude knows something about Mara, and I honestly just want to know how the heck he knows something about Mara from her past. And we find out that he heard her voice in December, and she said, get them out. So I think she said that when the accident happened and wanted to get her friend saved. That I will say that hasn't been confirmed in the next book, so I don't know, but that's just like my little theory. But so he hears her voice, and they both admit to each other like these paranormal powers, I guess you can say, which I wasn't expecting Noah's, because I knew right off the bat that Mara could kill people with just a single thought. The moment she saw the dog's owner, which was super sad, and was like, I just want to kill him, and was singing all those gory details, and then 5 seconds later finds out he's dead, I was like, she killed him. And it was in the exact same way, and I was like, aha, Mara, you did that. I don't know how, but you did it. And then same thing happened with her Spanish teacher, and then she did it with the alligators. Oh my gosh, the alligators, that was really cool, but also really freaky. And I can't believe it even took her so long to figure out that she was the one killing all these people. When she finally realized it, I was like, thank God, I've known this for like 50 years. And it was really weird, because I never figure stuff out like spot on. Like, I'm very easily surprised, but I just personally think that was very obvious. Like, she would legit say, oh yeah, I want to kill this person in this way, and then that person would die in that way. So it's like, how can you not notice that though? But whatever, Mara's got a lot on her plate, so understandable. But then we have Noah, and we find out that he can hear people and hear their hearts, and he also knows when someone's lying, but he can also heal people, and he knows when someone's gonna die. And he talked about those other two people he heard before they got into accidents and died, and then they got into that whole argument about how Noah didn't heal them, but like he's helping her, and I was like, oh snap. But that was really interesting, because I know when Mara like hurt her shoulder after the Everglades, he went to relocate it or whatever, and she said something about white sparks, and I was like, okay, this seems normal, but at the same time also doesn't seem normal, so what the heck is going on here? But I wasn't expecting him to be like Apollo, sort of, in a way that he can heal people. And also he has visions, because he had a vision of a man with a watch, and they said that was Lassiter, I think. That whole case thing wasn't really that important to me. I was like, okay, this is fine, but like, I didn't really care until the end, of course, when they were like, oh, we gotta go to the court and blah, 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 and then Mara's dad got shot, and I was like, oh my god, no, because I just thought her dad was just like a precious little lawyer, and I was like, he's done nothing wrong, but then he got shot, and I was like, what the heck? And then she decided to go to the police. Oh my gosh, honestly, the last 100 pages were really getting on my nerves because Mara was getting into that fight with Noah, was trying to leave, but then she didn't leave. She was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna leave. But then she would go near him, and I was like, girl, make up your mind. And they were arguing, and then she was like, oh, you know, the right decision would be letting him go and leaving him so he would be safe. And then I laughed when she said, I chose wrong. And the next chapter opens up with her just like hugging him and holding him and kissing him, and I still can't believe, you know, there was a lot of sexual tension building up between them, so I was just kind of expecting a sex scene, and I really thought it was gonna happen then, but then, just like, no, and Mara was like, you're, like, declining sex. What? I just thought that was funny, but back to the whole courthouse ordeal. Her dad goes to the hospital, obviously, because he's dying, and she's just like, I am silently saying goodbye all to these people, and I'm going to the police, and I'm going to tell them that I stole my teacher's EpiPen or whatever, and, she said something else, and basically she was just going to say, oh yeah, I got all these people killed, but it's still lies, because she killed them with her head. She was just giving like real life excuses, I guess you could say. And she goes to the police office, whatever, and she's talking to the detective when she hears someone's voice and turns around, and it's Jude. And I really wanted to scream that, but I was in class, and I haven't even talked about Jude. Jude was her ex-boyfriend at the it was her boyfriend at the time of the accident, and he tried to sexually assault her, and reading that scene, I was just so disgusted. I was like, get your hands off her. And then we find out the reason why she caused the accident and killed them all was because he tried to do that to her. And then she turns around, and there he is, in his little cap, wearing the same watch Noah had the vision of that dude in the cabinet files or whatever. Same watch, and he's just like, where do I file? He's casually just like, where do I file a missing person? I think I'm lost. And Mara's just like, oh, what? And I'm like acting the same way. I'm just like, dude, I thought you were dead. And then she talks about how she saw something about how they never found his body, and I was like, oh my gosh. And the book ends with her just being like, Jude is alive. And I was like, oh my god, we're so screwed, because we've thought this whole entire time that he was dead, but he's not. And the sad thing is, I know some things, I know some more details, because I'm currently reading this. I'm like 60 pages in, so I know some more about the situation, and it's freaking insane. But, man, this book was just, it was really good. It was really good, and I feel like I've just been rambling, but like, my god, it was so good, and just insane, and just, and I'm just really, really excited to continue on with this, because just like, I've only read 60 pages, but I'm in my feels, man. But I think that's all I have to say. I'm sorry for my rambling thoughts. I just like, you know, so many things happened, and I just wanted to die, and it was just really, really good. So thank you all so much for watching this video, and I'm Courtney, and I'll see y'all next time with a new video soon. So I'll see you then. So bye! Yo!